Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome into ZSR2. Today we've got the OoT Randomizer Standard Shadow Weekly. Tracking today are Mr. Moxie, Alley Oops, and myself. And on commentary, we've got Melqui and New IT Guy. I'm going to hand it over to the two of them. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Hey, thanks, Golden Devil. Welcome in, everyone. We have, one of our Saturday weeklies here. Technically the Shadow Weekly, I believe, this week. Very excited. We've got Season 8 starting up next week. New IT, any feelings about that?
I'm excited. I am ready for more streams.
Yes, they should be a little more consistent. We've seen our weeklies get a little more action as we've announced these settings, which is to be expected, but it's nice to get some more consistent restreams going.
Yep.
Who do we have today? Cola, Hyper, Machine, and Marco. Nice little spread here. International group.
No, yeah.
Yes, Baseball is the GOAT. Filling in for one of our trackers since something came up and they'll be here a bit late. So, as always, Baseball is the greatest.
Yep. But so far, not a whole lot that we can tell about the seed. We have a light medallion and a bolero start, so maybe we can start a song chain, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the best you can hope for. It's really nice to have one of your medallions start because it removes one of those hint options from the pool.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk more about hints, I'm sure, as they get going, but much like previous seasons, we have 5 path hints. And so, because we can also get a path to Evil's Bane, which is the light arrows, it kind of adds an extra one, and so you already start with, you know, more of those paths than expected.
Hyper?
Golden Devil, help! Our countdown was at 30, and the race room was at 15 today. For quals, it will be 30. Cola checking those medallions again. Appreciated. Okay. And we're synced. Perfect. That's okay, Golden Devil. We'll figure it out. Requiem. Great song to be able to go. Oh, okay. Hyper pausing there for a bit. I think maybe he did actually start early.
Yeah.
We do have a password feature this season, and so if you hit A twice, it will unlock the seed and go into the seed, and we've had that happen a couple times, so I wasn't watching closely enough, but I'm guessing that's what happened there.
Possibly. TCG having a wet t-shirt. Russ?
Yeah, interesting. Can have a logical implication, but no one's gonna do treasure chest game for that tunic.
Nope.
Lansaria, so the song chain ends, unfortunately, but Bolero and Requiem still pretty good.
Colossus to Twin Rova is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting path. Seeing Saria's out there, Forest Access and Sacred Forest Meadow comes to mind, and Lullaby is in Sacred Forest Meadow.
Okay.
So, not too
Minuet.
surprising.
Minuet will have our ZL.
What, sorry?
Minuet will have our ZL.
Yes.
Yep.
So that Saria song kind of already, you can think, okay, Saria's will give us ZL. We're not sure where Minuet is, but pretty good guess that that's what that Saria's is for.
I didn't get a good look at 50, but 30 and 40 are dead. I'm gonna assume 50's dead also.
50 probably dead. Hmm. If it's the 20 pack hinted on 30 and you get the 20 sometimes and it's required, maybe you go for that.
It's a rupee of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not doing 30 skulls for a 5 pack. No matter how desperate you are, you will find a wallet first.
Yep, and buy 10 for less time it takes you to get 30 skulls.
Yep. Alright, so aside from the song's pretty standard opener here,
Mm-hmm.
and a horse in the windmill it looks like. And yes, we started with Bolero, which gave us Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Cola opening a small chest here. This could be a shield, could be money for a shield, could be choose.
Be a boat. Probably not a boat, but it could be.
And Hyper going for the stick. It is not an upgrade.
Rip.
And Dompe giving us trash today. It's alright, Golden. Most of them will have copies.
Mm-hmm.
Temple of Time ones will not, but those are usually the easier ones to grab anyway. Alright, Marco chose to do that standard opener and is now gonna play those songs. So I wouldn't be too surprised. This has been a pretty dry opening. I personally, if I don't find anything when I'm in CAC, I really like to go peek the top of Dodongo's Cavern because of how often explosives or something useful ends up there. I think most of our runners are going to end up just going Child. Maybe one of them opts to do River, but it's probably not going to be Marco because of this song chain after CAC. And there's that save quit.
Well, we're just doing a little farming. We have Jabu, Shadow, Forest, and really fast text. I saw water and spirit somewhere in there.
Cola buying a shield right off the bat. A good habit to get into as the tournament starts up.
Forest was the one I missed. Okay.
All right, Marco picking up Skull Mask. I know that these hints have kind of been burning people lately, and so I wouldn't be too surprised to see some people, at least start that process.
Oh yeah.
And there's the hint.
Yep.
Classic.
No, in these settings, I will always pick up Skull Mask, Child 1. And if I don't see the hint for it for a while, I may consider it in the routing.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing here is that we have a random child spawn.
Yeah.
And so especially when you're starting as adult, you don't know how easy it's gonna be to get back to Market, to get to CAC, to get to Lost Woods. So starting it that first time you go child is kind of a good defensive strategy.
Mm-hmm. And there is a strength in Mido's house.
She is going to show us River. River's a pretty powerful location. There are jumps you can do to get the other 2 items, so it's only the frog checks that you can't do as adults right away, and it's 3 hints. And there's our Frogs 2 hint.
Was that Storms on Ocarina of Time that I saw?
I did not see it, I'm sorry. But that was Choose that Machi picks up here.
Bigron's dead.
Song of Storm, Song of Time.
Song of Crying.
Alright, Machi's setting up for a Death Warp here. Which is interesting. I'm not really sure what Machi is going to do after this. Typically you wouldn't want to go child while it's nighttime. Because odds of getting trapped in Market are so high. Even with... Oh, Forest Temple to Morpha. Nice. Is that Ranch to Morpha?
Yeah. It was either that or the Baronade. It's one of the water bosses.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Long Run to Morpha, sure. Oh, and there's Nocturne. Hey, Nocturne.
And there is our hinted lullaby. Graveyard to Evil's Bane.
Okay. I'd be looking at the Song and Composer Grave possibly as...
Yeah, Song and Composer Grave.
Path to it.
Having that information and Nocturne. Alright, I think Marco is about to show us our child spawn. And this will show us how big that Nocturne could be, because one of the benefits of having Nocturne is you don't lose a whole lot in getting to Dampe time for Dampe digging.
That is true.
So having a graveyard path, that's usually going to be the one that is gonna, potentially trip people up the most, because it requires time of day, it requires a specific age.
Let's see what it is, because this is the hint stone that has it on it. Song of Storms is on OOT. Well,
not great.
That's possibly Oops AD.
Man, we already know Frogs 2 is dead, which is great. Bottom of the Well is not hinted foolish, though. GTG is.
So Shadow likely to have either our long shot or probably iron boots. And whichever one isn't there is in water or is in forest or something that leads to irons.
Lunlun Ranch Demorpha could be Nocturne Golden Devil. It does lock a song. Shadow being the fire medallion. I don't think we have our burning cack hint yet. It could also just be that something in Shadow is required for Morpha.
That is true. It could just be our first hook shot also in Shadow. You don't need hook shot until the pretty far back in there.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you got hovers, you're good. Oh!
Okay. Explosives and Dompe is nothing. Okay.
It's good to know.
Cola should show us, 2 checks here, which would just leave us with that Sunsong Grave. Oh, Dad's dead.
Alright.
Rip Dancing Dad. That is a good spot for bombs. That's the kind of check that people tend to skip as a, way to win a weekly or a qualifier. And so we might see some people do that.
Sometimes it pays off. In this case, probably not going to pay off too well.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the song.
Okay, but that does confirm that Saria's hard locks Lullaby.
Yeah.
So I think I would mark that as kind of resolved for myself. I wouldn't not do the other checks in Colossus, but seeing as there's only one left,
yeah,
I would just say it's Lullaby.
Yep.
Well, Saria's for Lullaby.
Yeah. Oh, is this just the light arrows?
I was like, please just be lights. It's the
those are light colored.
They're kind of the right color.
Those are glow boots now, but those are not glow sticks. We need glow sticks.
All right. Well, we already have Nocturne. We know Shadow's required anyway, so that's not the worst information in the world until it's actually for our Stone Fire.
Right. Which there won't be a path for that.
There won't be any information really leading us to that.
But we do not that anyone cares about logic anyway, but those are magic law.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that is not in logic as child, but that is the way most people do it.
Mm-hmm. It's just something we'll need to keep in mind if we have to guess where magic's at.
Mm-hmm. Well, those hover boots are gonna be pretty nice going into that adult 2 for Cola. I would imagine that we see Marco and Hyper hit up Graveyard in this child segment and probably get those too. But you never know.
Yep.
Sometimes you find something like a bomb bag and you're so focused on the fact I can do Dodongo's Cavern and a lot of checks with this bomb bag. We also have Eponas.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, fun fact. That is actually... Oh, nice.
That is really nice for a machine.
Wasteland has the Pebble of Pain.
Oh, amazing.
And it's Greg!
And Greg.
It's loaded! Maze is loaded. So yeah, if there is a large chest there with CAMC, you can just jump on top of it and jump over the boulders.
Yep.
Only if it is a large chest. Otherwise, you got to do hover backflip over the boulder.
Yeah. So that's a really nice pickup for Machi. Staying adult a little longer, picking up those chews in river. Can do Deku in child. Also a stone. That's what's concerning me here. Knowing that a powerful song like Storms is on Ocarina of Time, and that we already have a bomb bag and a Kokiri sword.
And Bird Scrub has our banana.
We need that.
Yep. It's good for bones, good for potassium. Definitely need the banana.
Yeah, Jabu locking 2 songs, I wouldn't be too surprised it being earlier. Cola did not do Lost Woods. Has Minuet, so easy enough to go back, but Cola is one of those more, like, aggressive runners who is more likely to skip things like Ocarina minigame. And knowing I can't do the rest of Lost Woods, it usually makes sense to hold off on it. It's just unfortunate that today the bomb bag is in there.
Yeah. And we didn't get a good look at the TARDIS, but apparently it has a hook shot in it.
Huh.
Which, hey, we have a boomerang. That's what we
Which
have
we
now.
have a boomerang for. Amazing.
And there's Colossus Tarova. Okay, we're gonna... I know we've seen 2 of those. Or have we seen...
Goron sword?
3?
Okay, one piece of the puzzle. It is Big Goron sword.
Sorry, what was that?
Okay, so Goron pot is magic.
It's Goron Pottery's magic, okay.
Yep.
I saw the words
magic fire arrow. We're missing a bow still to actually put those hover boots in logic.
Or a Dins.
Or Dins.
Either way, we need both of them. Oh, Valley's hinted.
Valley, yeah, the Valley dual hint there. So Cola, I am concerned for right now. Really needs either another strength or a chew pack. Hammer maybe. Something so that when he goes adult, that bomb bag missing out on it isn't gonna hurt too much.
Yep.
Machi's still an adult 1 here, actually.
And some very nice tech from Hyper, stunning the Keese there and letting the Armos blow up and kill them.
Does Hyper know the rang trick? In spirit? Or for the box in graveyard? I would assume.
The answer is yes, for whichever question.
I would assume Hyper knows the box in graveyard.
Yeah.
It's certainly not.
I would be surprised if Hyper did not know.
Yeah. I would say the only thing is that, you know, if someone misses it on the first try, that's not uncommon. But it's a pretty easy trick.
Yep. It's more about making sure you get the right... You're throwing it at high enough that when you backflip it, puts it in the right spot.
Yeah, that's one of the few that no matter how many people eyeball all of their tricks, you know, just kind of YOLO things, that's kind of the one that most people are like, just use the visual cue.
Yep.
Burning Tack is Sun Song.
That's one bad thing about using custom models. You have to learn where the visual cue is at on every custom model you use.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate this. It's, you know, available.
Plus, it's some easy skulls, too.
Yeah, easy skulls. You have to beat Spirit, so you know all 5 keys will be available. I mean, it's all locations reachable. They'll all be available anyway, but...
Right, it's not like beatable only where you going out of logic can sometimes hinder you because it will never be in logic.
But yeah, especially not having magic or a fire source yet, that's usually when people will climb.
Oh,
hello.
We got something magic locked in fire. Or not fire, spirit. Words. Okay.
And another bomb bag. So interestingly, that is not inherently magic locked. We talk about those as being magic locked, but it's only magic locked if they are small keys. That's part of the reason that all 5 small keys being available is important, because either of those can be the boss key or an item, and they're not necessarily magic locked. Because it's in logic with 5 keys and as child with a stick. So Spirit is not magic locked today.
Nope. In order to make it so that you don't get soft locked out of places, the game naturally assumes you're a dum-dum and will use the keys in the stupidest ways possible.
Yep.
Machi going for some swag strats here. Machi doing the bomb shoe setup on KD with just actual bombs by backflipping him in his mouth.
Marco picking up that Kokiri sword. Picking up that other bomb bag.
And then abusing what is it when you pause buffer your damage to take more?
Yeah, that's just what it's called.
Okay. I felt like there was like an actual official term for it. But using that to warp back out.
Extended damage, maybe?
Ocarina of Time is a perfectly programmed game and there isn't anything wrong with it.
No. Absolutely not.
There's the other copy of the Valley dual hint.
Yeah, Medigoron, I think that's gonna make or break a lot of people's quals this season. Some people have really changed up their, like, hint routing philosophy. They push hints a lot stronger than they might have in previous seasons. Lost Woods to Baronade. I wonder what that is.
It is Rudo's letter.
Might be.
And it occurs to me, I think we've seen every chicken once.
Mm.
Oh, hello.
All right. Dins.
So those hovers are in logic now.
Yep.
Once, we go get Goron Pot and all that other good stuff, but in logic.
Yeah. I mean, does Hyper have the hint about Goron Pot, or was that... I don't even remember where it was. I think only Mashi has it.
So only Machi has it because it's at the bottom of Waterfall in
Oh, yeah. Hyper farming for a couple of rupees to go fishing.
Not a bad play. Get a look at Rudo's letter spot. Can't pick it up yet, but
I think it was junk.
That's what I'm gonna assume too. These runners peek things too quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Lost Woods to Baronade is a really good hint. Was that the open grotto?
Yes.
Okay.
That would have been open.
Well, if Cole opens this chest, he will get a 10 pack of chews. And yeah, he'll be pretty behind, but it's certainly not something insurmountable.
No, especially if Cole goes to Goron City and just uses the rest of his chews to he'll get that bomb bag that's in the maze.
Well, the one with the scrub doesn't have a hint, Golden. That's why I thought it was the open grotto.
He's talking about Southern Remote. The Piat one. I believe. Boulder of Destiny. This is our first time seeing this. And it has something.
A bow. Okay.
Wonderful.
Sweet.
That's Forest.
That's Forest available. We can
And
actually
Shadow.
do Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's both of those in logic now.
Yep. The hovers, in theory, are locking something for Morpha, so whether or not we can just go straight into water after that, unknown. You would think that's a free bow.
That's kind of funny. It could be like hovers for what you call it? The maze inside of water. Because you either need hovers or long shot to get in past the portcullis.
Sorry, say that again?
So with hovers having the lead to Morpha, our long shot could just be in the boulder maze inside of Water Temple, because you either need long shot to get it or hovers to roll past it.
I'm not sure what maze you're referring to in water.
The one that has the heavy block.
Oh, yeah, okay.
With the eye switch.
Yes. Central bow target.
Yeah, that one. I don't know the names. I just described them poorly.
I thought you were talking about the like vanilla boss key chest because you said boulder, or I heard boulder, and I'm like, oh no,
rolling
no.
boulders. Yeah, I get. Okay, fine.
I'm like, that is not in logic with hovers.
No. No, what I was talking about was entirely logical. Bad logic, but it was there.
I will always do that with hovers if I
Mm-hmm.
have them instead of long shot.
Oh yeah. Because then you don't have to focus on aiming; you just roll.
Exactly. Hovers were in the composer grave
Mm-hmm.
in Path Graveyard. Marco with just enough money to go buy a shield. Had to farm 20 there, but
Hmm. Oh my god. Why are we thinking about this? It's not the hover boots. It's the hook shot.
there's a
There's a
hook shot there
hooking.
too.
There's a hooking grave.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's hovers to Evil's Bane? Because something there has to be to Evil's Bane. It can't be Minuet. We haven't seen Sungrave, but the two items can't be hinting each other.
Well, Graveyard's only 2 Evil's Bane, right?
It's also to Morpha, isn't it? Or am I misremembering the hint?
Let's see. We have Graveyard, so Lon and Forest to Morpha.
Oh, Lon and Forest.
And then Graveyard to Evil's Bane.
Okay, never mind.
Which, either of those can be hinted for Evil's Bane or Water. They're on that same level of importance as far as hinting goes, so anything required for either of those, if they're also required for the other, can be hinted. It's just up to the generator to pick one.
Right.
So even though we know obviously both hook shots are required to beat Water, there's nothing stopping the hook from being. Yeah, Golden. I would not be too surprised if Sunsong Grave is actually our light arrows.
Yep.
And yeah, no path to forest. The only tricky thing, they walked into a strength, just available. The hook shot, just available.
Mm-hmm.
The bow is really the only thing that could potentially trip some people up.
Right. And as long as there's another strength available, we're not going to see the path for Forest anyway.
Well, even if we did, Spirit is one of our bridge. Yeah.
So it would be to Twin Rova for a strength anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing stopping anything from just directly being in Forest or Shadow.
And happy 36 minutes. We have double Forest.
Oh, suns can't be light. Never mind. Because we have a path to Baronade. Yeah. And again, the hovers can actually be for fire and not shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Which is gross. But Storms being on AD and the other dungeons being very easy to complete here.
Magic Sing Goron Pottery.
Yes.
No one's
Yeah,
picked it
we
up
had a
yet, but
hint.
we
It
know.
was in Valley, which unfortunately I think everyone else has seen the dual hint for now. Which is kind of exactly what Cola needed. I don't think so. Lost Woods being hinted path is great for Cola. Already going back child. Knows that there's a magic to get. Alright. Cola... Oh, buying a bean because he doesn't know about that, rang yet.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. No, Chad, we were just quiet there for a minute. We're still here.
Everybody panic! Don't panic. Golden's doing a great job.
Okay. So, Path in Colossus is resolved. It is. Sorry as to Zio.
Alright, Cola, gonna clean up Lost Woods.
Get a bomb
By
bag out of
clean up, I
hopefully.
mean do. be able to do Child Goron City. And even as Child, you can hop over and get that big chest, so he's not gonna have to worry about leaving that behind. We know it's just another bomb bag, but he will be Child and have Kokiri's sword and be able to go Deku if he so chooses.
Nope. That is not how you read a hint stone.
There's the copy of the Goron pot hint.
Yep. Hopefully, you're not a Deku hint skipper, or else that could be bad.
Yeah. Hyper taking a gamble here and just peeking at that chest instead of rotating the room paid out. Just a small chest, not even a key. Oh, we have Nocturne Virgil.
Nocturne was on Malon.
Maybe that's why you were thinking Graveyard was Path to Morpha. Because
Yeah.
Nocturne is Path to Morpha.
Yeah. I know it was something that said, hey, this is totally the reason why. Doing some more flame storage stuff. There's just casual strength 2. So those are bomb locked, but equally available bomb bags. And there's a long shot and forest. Kinda expected that. So it's definitely the hook for the other hook.
Yeah, this could be a... This could be rough. That Din's being in South Field, fortunately for most runners, GTG is foolish. That's one less place that they can go. But this could very well be a, like, kind of just do progression day. Deku, obviously not necessarily progression, but a very natural thing for people to do.
Yeah, especially when you get that K-sword.
Yeah.
Out of the back of Maze, you're just like, oh, well. Doesn't take very long. If there's a Gilded in there, it's kind of hard champ.
I would say the most horrible option is that it's Lens in Shadow Temple and not just Irons. Because we do know Zora Tunic is hinted on Treasure Chest game.
Yeah. Because it doesn't have to hint the... It can't hint the tunic, but it can sure hint the thing to get the tunic.
Yep.
And can we just stop and take a second to just remember how great fast block pushing is?
When I want to make runners angry, I suggest we remove that.
Who hurt you? Let me guess, you also want to slow down the basement too, don't you?
Cola didn't do the maze when he was there?
Well, that sucks.
That is very unfortunate.
This is something I need to learn how to do.
I thought Cola was going to be in pretty good shape because I assumed that after picking up the bomb bag, he would do the maze while there.
Mm-hmm.
With Just Choose, it makes sense not to do it in that case, but... It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This seed is going to be surprise AD anyway.
Yo.
Yeah, honestly, that copy of the Goron pot hint being behind Deku, really good.
Ooh.
A Goron tunic?
Shouldn't have.
What? No.
What is Rita's lock? Sun Song and Prelude? Or Sun Song and Serenade, basically?
Yeah.
Could be. Song of Time was Child Sifin.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, 80 for lights is possible. Yep, that is 100% up. That is 100% a valid path, and I don't like it, but no one said I had to like it.
No one said we had to enjoy this game that we all show up to play.
Yep. And Hyper and Marco both doing a good job of the skull routing. Hyper's, 17, and Marco, 14-ish? At least according to his tracker, he is.
Alright, Cola doing South Field here. Getting Lost Woods to Baronade. Should be picking up Dinth, which is great. But not having that Kokiri sword, not picking that up, sucks a little to not do that in this child segment.
Right.
There could be another strength just laying around, but less likely.
In Golden, I do enjoy randomizers when I'm racing. I also have a self-destructive personality, so I'm kind of a glutton for punishment. So take that as you will, but I enjoy it.
Oh no. I sure hope Cola isn't gonna try and farm all the money.
Yeah. Burning Cack is on Sun Song, so Jabu locking Serenade and Prelude. Okay. Sure. Why not? Alright. Forest Path is 100% that long shot.
Yeah.
No questions about that.
Oh, there's no reason to bail out of Shadow partway.
No.
It's required, so.
And even then, I still think you commit to it.
There is no bailing out of Shadow. You live here now.
I say prison.
Cola having this longer child segment without that Kokiri sword, like, hurts me. I'm so sad that he did not decide to do maze. I was like, I think he'll actually be in okay shape. But now not picking up that Kokiri sword, that could hurt. Depending on where Letter
getting
is.
another bomb bag.
Deku had a strength. For our spirit.
Cola gonna find his bow.
Yeah, Cola was the one who had that hint though, so he is picking up this bow. That's great. All our runners have the info about magic. Oh no! Hyper skipped those.
Yeah,
After
Piper
Forest.
skipped Deku. And the really, really crappy thing is not gonna really find him.
Yeah, because Hyper does have the Valley duel, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with GTG being dead, you're not going to Valley for BGS.
Yeah, GTG is dead, but Fortress isn't.
Right. I guess if you wanted to reverse to Wasteland and just out of the way, though.
Yeah, it just depends. I mean, the worst part for Hyper is that he already did field checks. I don't know if he actually peaked Tektite or not, but he did South Field, did Boulder of Destiny right near the market. So the appeal of taking Eponas and doing those to, like, go to Valley
right
and do GTG, unlikely.
Yeah, well, you're not doing GTG in the suit. With Epona's not being in a path spot, you're definitely less likely to even consider HBA.
Yeah. Yeah, Machi definitely picking up that 10-pack of Choose and River really allowed him to kind of stay adult a little longer, pick up some extra songs and items that the others didn't before going Child.
But did Marco bail out of Forest?
Marco doesn't have a bow.
Okay.
So hasn't, yeah.
Yeah. That would explain why he bailed out of forest.
Yep. So, Hyper does not have the info about magic and has not picked up the Composer Grave song or item. Yeah, Hookshot was on like right before Blue Poe, I think, or right after Blue Poe.
Yeah, it's on one of the pose.
Yeah.
So it is
And then there's a
100%
Goron
deadlock.
tunic in the basement. So if you just want to mark that at the end of Forest and mark Forest completed, that's okay. No one yell at the trackers.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Hyper does next here, is what I was getting at.
Goes Child and clears out Deku.
Yeah. Doesn't have the strength, so, like, Spirit's not available.
And then goes, oh crap, I forgot to look at this check. And goes, oh look, there's my magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yeah. Checking the hints would be good. I think most runners have a, like, I've been burned by Child Goron City story.
Right.
I would hope this isn't Hypers today.
Yep. But we're going to do a happy 8-second early 1 hour, everyone.
Woo!
Make sure to give our runners a follow. Cola, Hyper, Machi, and Marco for putting on an awesome show for us. Thank you to our trackers, Golden Devil, Alley Oops, and Mr. Moxie, and also to Golden Devil for pulling restreaming duty for us. And of course to my co-commentator, Milkweed, for joining me here today.
Hey, thanks, IT. Always a fun weekly to be at.
Oh, yeah. It's only a meme if there's a kernel of truth to it.
Yeah, Child Goron City, unless Goron City is hinted foolish, I will always go there.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I can. Get ready! Triple Forest!
Nice to meet you from the other
Yay!
room.
Hyper has saved us from quadruple forest today.
Mm-hmm.
Going river, I don't really remember what hints were in here, but I don't think it's anything that's going to like really help him at this point.
No. There's a Valley dual hint up here, I think. And
Which he already has.
Graveyard to Evil's Bane, maybe. Was up near the top of river. I don't memorize hunt stones. Seed's not been too bad, Jimbo. It's just people missing checks or getting them way too late at this point.
Yeah. One thing I will say, just from like general comments that I have heard, I imagine half of the runners in this room, every time they've picked up a warp song, are going, "Oh my god, it's a warp song." Because for whatever reason, this season so far has been very stingy on warp songs.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's what it was. TCG.
Diesler! Welcome in.
Yep.
A heart piece. Wow. Confirming what we already knew, Saria's is our path.
Right.
Yeah, it should be close. All, at slightly different points of basically the same room there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if this is a better kind of triple forest or a worse kind of triple forest.
I think this is a better one.
Forest Goron Shadow Weekly. The weeklies are on rotations now. They used to be called the NA Weekly and EU Weekly, but since they're not really like at those designated times anymore and they're switching, just kind of shook it up a bit and gave them some different names.
Yeah. So during non-tournament time, you have the Kokiri, Goron, and Zora. Kokiri's Friday, Goron Saturday, Zora Sunday. And that's all it means. There is no hidden meaning behind it.
Yeah, Alka, that's what I hear a lot of runners say. It's like once I have all of the paths, it's very unlikely that a sometimes hint is really going to like change anything for them, so they'll stop reading.
Right.
But we'll see. That, I mean, Hyper could very well just go Child Goron City after this anyway. I'm not sure what else he would do. Oh, he gets a strength in here. He can go do spirit. Oh no.
Yeah. I guess we also did find BFA in Forest. Missed that.
Could be interesting. Little paradox letter.
Yeah, considering we don't have what you call it? Yeah, I don't think we have a bottle yet, do we?
No.
So yeah, first bottle being Ritos on King Weep would be kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, there is another magic out there. We won't know really until someone gets into it.
Oh come on, it's in Shadow. We know where it's at.
Well, we should see Shadow soon here. Cola on Meg, Machine not too far behind. Both of no, Machine does not have Dins yet, so Cola probably just plays Nocturne after landing in front of the Deku Tree carcass.
It sounds so morbid.
Well, I mean, it is. The Deku Tree's been dead for 7 years at that point.
I know, but the way you say it, it just sounds so. I know,
There's
but
the Deku Sprout. There is hope. The new Deku Tree is born.
well, yeah. Once they finish Adult
Once they
Force, but
finish
Hyper's already
Forest.
done that. There's
Yeah.
just a dead tree there now.
Just a little dead tree. That is a cutscene that we do not need in this game. The Deku Sprout.
Right. We also don't need the cutscene after we beat Deku Tree either, telling us about the fairies that we don't care about. Or gods, I should say.
But the lore IT guy.
Yeah.
It's so well spread out in this game. It's like, here's your 7 minutes of exposition. Play for another couple hours. More exposition.
Right. It's your first big bathroom break of the seed. In case you didn't go immediately.
Hyper did not check the hint, did not go Goron City. Is playing Nocturne. Gonna pick up Minuet and Hovers. Already thinking I'm going into Spirit. Which could very well have, the other magic.
Very nice. Very nice.
So now the question is there another strength available for Cola? Or is that Kokiri sword gonna screw things up for him the rest of the seed? Machi and Marco probably both headed into Spirit after this, since they do have that strength too.
Yeah. Actually, almost having that one Cyclone EG there.
Alright. I'm gonna be watching Cola a little more closely to see if that other magic pops up here. There is the Requiem from Marco. I expect the same from Machi. Wow. Oh, nice early boss key. Too bad you have to do the rest of the dungeon anyway.
Right. Like, even if this is a go mode shadow, you still can't go mode it. Well, that's not true. I guess you can always go mode the dungeon, and if it will let you, you just have to expect to get punished by doing it.
Yeah. Did Marco do the boulder room first?
Also,
Or just skip it? Oh, did we? Yeah. I see something that looks like Adult Spirit on Hyper's personal tracker, so... Nope. That is not the dual hint we got.
the only dual hint I remember is Valley.
Marco skipping the boulder room is interesting there.
The Hyper's tracker is
Oh, it's the...
Shadow Spiked Walls.
Yeah, the back room in Shadow.
Oh.
Okay, well, at least it's not Lens in Shadow.
Alright.
Yeah, I saw Spiked and Red Spirit. And then I leaned in to read closer.
Oh, there's a biggie. What's this?
Is it Mirror Shield?
It's a bottle.
It's a bottle!
Alright.
I'm wondering if Marco didn't misread that hint, though, because he could have had another key to come up and do the ZL locked check here.
Blue.
Oh no, and it's a big chest. Oh, it's the boss key. Okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's not it.
Nope. Oh, 20 required. And
Marco's like,
giving
why
an
didn't I
approving
just do
head
this
nod to
before
that.
going out there?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Mirror.
Yep, Mirror on 20.
That's gonna hurt a lot of people in this race.
Yep.
Who are gonna
Especially
gamble.
Cola, who has not started collecting any skulls yet.
Oh yeah, no. Cola is pretty notorious as not collecting skulls in this type of race. In a 1v1, probably, but in a large group race like this.
Oh, does Cola have some? He's not putting them on his tracker, so can't tell. Yeah. Machi, Hyper, and Marco are all in that ballpark. for skulls.
Yeah, Hyper's not too far behind.
Yeah, he's in the upper teens.
Machine reversing by the looks of it. But I'm not sure if it's like reversing to do Fortress or just reversing to pick up the skull here. Oh no.
Hey, it's just not that. So
this isn't my fault.
we're just that item wasn't actually there. We just imagined it.
That was a like group hallucination. It's not real.
That was a Deku stick with a very shiny thing on the end of it. That is not actually an item.
What might be skippable? Oh, gotcha. Could be. Could be.
Given that we haven't found a scale, though.
Yeah, we don't have a scale, let alone two.
What did the horsey do to you, Hyper?
Is Hyper going ice? Is that...
Yeah, I believe that's what Hyper is doing. Otherwise, I haven't... well... Maybe Hyper thinks this is a letter paradox. And is
Well, maybe.
gonna unfreeze King Zora.
Yeah. This is so slow, though, if that's the case, because blue fire arrows obviously don't work without magic, which he's looking for.
Oh.
And he doesn't have a scale or iron.
I didn't... When I opened my mouth,
shortcut.
I didn't really, think too hard about the whole, oh yeah, he still doesn't have magic, though.
Yeah. This
So,
is an interesting choice to make. Is all I will say there. Yeah, if it's just for skulls, like, that's a good choice. We'll be able to do spirit. Finish it up, I mean. I'm on still path to Morpha.
And this is, in fact, a KZ skip, if I've ever seen one.
Kola must not have this dual hint.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the thing about ice. If it is let her go mode in IGC, and it's behind everything, like, there can easily be another magic in here, too.
Right. Maybe that's what Hyper's banking on, is an out-of-logic magic out here.
Maybe. Or just some kind of item.
Or maybe he's thinking, I haven't seen magic yet. Surely it's on a hint stone somewhere.
It is!
You
ran past it twice. Mishi not taking advantage of that long shot and just going up to the ladder that way.
Yep.
Oh, Cola. Low on hearts. Don't die to Bongo.
Yeah, that would kind of be not so good. Alright. And that's Bongo down for Cola. What is work do? Hyrule Field Cleanup. This makes sense.
Yeah, as Wayfaring Fox is pointing out, because we have a Baronade hint, it can't be Suns. So fire is kind of good for Cola because might actually complete the maze here and pick up that Kokiri sword.
Arco not too happy to see that Din's fire there, but
Yep. Yeah, picking up that Dins is really good for Marco, who has already beat Spirit, picked up the 20 skulls to get that mirror shield. Will now be able to go complete Shadow, will get the hammer.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cola is still missing the Kokiri sword. It's just in Goron City, so he just needs to remember to go in there. Without a strength 2, that is, like, there's a hammerlock chest in there, so it's not too far-fetched that he'll do this quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vanilla Serenade, not too bad.
Wasteland hint.
Wasteland's still dead. I apologize if I bot. I'm seeing that my voice connection is in the red, so it seems steady though.
Mhm.
And we're gone again.
You're still coming through. You're just a little breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Nah, you're getting worse. No, no, come back.
Um,
Yep, you're losing her now.
yeah, it keeps going between red and green.
Oh, you are back now, and
Yeah, it says
that is a
green now.
slingshot on.
Goma's
Huh?
finally in logic.
Yeah.
Now AD is available.
Like, what if it's just like Rudo's just chilling on target in the woods?
I
It doesn't
mean,
have to be pointing at that boomerang.
yeah, it's
Uh,
true.
the back-a-link
Hyper,
hints was the Crusher hint and something.
Hyper is as in the weeds as that fish was right now.
Mm-hmm.
We still haven't seen another magic.
But we have protection now. Everyone
Here's a
remember to
spell
Zooter safely.
that you can't use. That's true, Moxie. Mashi should hopefully be collecting skulls in here. Should be pretty close to 20.
Okay, just seeds. On the roof. Strength 2 for Cola. Our mirror shield is on 20 skulls, is what they're farming for.
Yeah. Yeah, Cola being at 12, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as I thought. Yeah, this would have been a really nice seed for that 20 skull hint to show up as a sometimes.
Right. Yep. Just needing irons and Rudos for go mode.
Well, Hyper... I guess I don't know if Mashi peaked the Hammer Rocks in Valley.
I did not see a chest there.
Cola.
And I'm also bad at peeking it, so what do I know?
Okay. Because that's hammerlocked. I don't know if you do that before fire.
So the thing that would help Hyper right now is once Hyper does this and does HBA, to go jump down and grab the Valley hint. Instead of warping away from it.
Yeah, in a perfect world, I just don't think Hyper's going out of his way for hints anymore.
Right, but maybe no, not gonna do it. Oh no, this is a bonus. We're still okay.
The Valley hint is that magic is on Goron pot.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen the second one, so there's a, it can be most other places, but...
Oh, the second magic. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the hint. I'm like, yeah, we've seen the hint. It was behind Deku
no,
when he skipped
the second
it
magic,
twice.
Yeah. We know where both of those hints are. And Hyper skipped the Deku Tree hint twice.
The thing, though, is Hyper does have the hint that Waterfall is BGS.
Yeah, that's just not something that, like, you go out of your way for.
Okay, Hyper. Casual 1800, thank you for making me feel bad. And it's nothing. And okay. Well.
Yeah, like basically be done already, Jimbo. Alright, Cola.
And it's a hammer!
It's the hammer. Marco and Mashi just kind of holding hands in dungeons today.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Marco having beat Spirit.
Yep.
Probably because he wanted to still be adult if whatever child check doesn't pay off. But this is going to pay off. Provided, I assume he's checking target in the woods and then going into Child Goron City and then would just, go back to the same one. A little odd. Hyper has Serenade, so the benefit of doing the, file strat, not, like, as big. Because usually why you would do this is you don't have an easy way to go back adult.
Well, then we would never call you dumb. Chat might, though, but we wouldn't.
Alright. Well, Hyper's gonna be back on track here. Gonna pick up that magic. Meanwhile, Marco on the boat in shadow. Machine not too far behind.
And there's another bomb bag for Cola.
Yay.
Agreed.
So many bombs now.
ZL is one of the hardest bombs to play.
So Marco is going to have a pretty clear, like, follow the hammer after this. We'll see how long it takes Cola to actually finish up 20 and turn it in. Same with Machi, but I believe should be at 20 at the end of Shadow here and be able to turn it in.
Hyper finding the totally unhinted, never would be found otherwise magic.
Yeah.
And you're on pot. Golf clap for him.
Yeah, I would agree, Moxie. Knowing that you have, like, a solid lead like hammer.
Oh.
Blue fire arrows.
Marco's gonna do bongo with blue fire.
Are we gonna see bongo with blue fire arrows? What a treat.
Heck yeah.
Let's go, Marco.
Marco's 100% doing this because he's unrestrained.
Yeah. For the fans. For those of you who have never seen ice arrow. Oh, it's not ice arrows though.
I think it still has the same interaction.
Does it behave the same way?
Yeah, I believe it does.
Okay. There's a special animation for the bongo hands if you are using ice arrows. So we'll see.
Yep.
Nice. That's hilarious.
Oh.
So close.
But yes, when you shoot it with ice arrows, Bongo will start punching his other hand to unfreeze it.
Yep.
Instead of trying to hit you. Faster, I don't know about that.
You have to be good at it.
Yeah.
Because you have to aim at a different spot than you would usually think to.
But it does look funnier.
Yeah, and you have to not hit the other hand. It's just, it's not really, yeah.
It is.
Then you start hearing that annoying sound if you try to hit it too early.
Right. Yep. You also do lose time to equipping ice arrows.
But Marco clearly having a good enough time with this scene, feeling good enough that he took that time, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Marco is gonna go straight into fire by the looks of it, not clear out those kind of one-off hammer-locked checks.
Yeah. I can't fault him for that. Hasn't seen that Valley has a big chest in it, and I mean, let's face it, this is how many hammerlock checks versus one?
Yeah. Especially since Cola already did, like, the Crater Fairy. Marco, I am surprised that he didn't do that before going into fire. But she also used the Ice Arrow strat and got the 1 cycle. Amazing.
And we're just getting just all sorts of DLC today.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Storms and fire is a lot more compelling than Valley Hammer Rocks.
Right. And for all we know, that Valley Hammer Rocks is our third bow.
Yeah.
Or second bottle. Or a wallet. Trying to still think of other things it could be. Slingshot number 4.
Love potion number 9.
That's a song reference. A very old song, too.
It is a very old song.
It's like the 50s. Maybe the 60s. It is a classic. Oh, Machi, check the other one. It's the other one.
There's
59. Okay.
a super early boss key here, though.
Yeah.
Vanilla, in fact. I don't know that you do the rest of fire.
I don't.
Yeah,
think you do
exactly,
either.
Alpha. I would want a real late boss key. Take that decision out of my hands, please.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing. If Marco sees an item here, fire is climbable. If he sees a small key, fire is not guaranteed to be climbable.
What?
So if it's an item here, that means all the small keys are still in the dungeon, right? So fire is climbable.
Fire is always climbable.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to beat Volve in the process to get the.
I mean, fire is already hammerlocked anyway.
Right. But it doesn't have to be hovers locked. Oh, you need hovers. Yeah, that's true. You need hovers. Forget what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I gotcha.
I have dumb ideas every once in a while. Just ignore me. Okay. Yep, logic too hard. And that is a hammer for Hyper.
I imagine every single runner picking up that hammer is like, end this. Please, God.
End me, please. Alright, what is it?
Lights.
Yep. Alright, Casino Ferrito's letter. The worst place it can be is a light trial.
Yeah.
Because then you got a casino for the last strength also.
We will find out just how bait AD is, but we still haven't seen a single scale.
Yeah.
So the odds of needing those irons or them being like available before the scales anyway.
Yep. Hovers to Evil's Bane is the path.
But yeah, I mean, the hammer sucks, certainly. Is Mashi doing trade quest? Interesting.
No. Machi's frog warping. Oh, actually, Machi actually might be doing on the trade quest.
Must have just missed that hint. I don't remember where the two copies were, but I'm pretty sure we saw both.
Yeah, we did. I was expecting a different song there.
Yeah. I mean, going ice is just not really... Especially when you're close to having 20 skulls. No letter, and knowing that Baronade is beyond kind of the rest of your progression.
Right. Well, very nice, not a frog warp. Man, I thought we were going to see a frog warp.
I think Marco age changed and forgot to go pick up storms first. Before playing Nocturne out of Temple of Time is what I mean. Alright. What you got for us, Well? And if it's not the well, there's 3 other places it can be. Oh no. Yeah, Cola, this is where you start sweating as a player.
Strength 3?
Iron.
Okay, well, you know. So that's just go mode now?
Yes, Marco will basically be in go. We don't know where Letter is yet.
Right.
Cola still needs to pick up a few more skulls. And then... Yeah, we saw lights in Gerudo Valley.
Yep.
So, I think one of the questions is, what does Marco do after picking up those irons? Because he's not looking for Mirror Shield still, like Cola is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep going, expecting to find Letter?
I think he's gonna bail and go water.
That's what I'm thinking, too. Oh, it's just well-informed speculation.
Yeah. I mean, it's what? either here in well and water or IGC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it could be in deep fire.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 4 places.
Oh, spin strats. No, okay. The one spin. But a nice bongo from Hyper as well, who just kind of flew through Shadow.
Mm-hmm. I confused.
Why are you confused?
Because Cola and Marco got different items from doing that boomerang trick.
Was one of them just a rupee?
One of them was a recovery heart, and one of them was a small key, and I'm slightly confused.
Did one of them do it closer to the door?
Yeah.
Wow, magic 2. Which is locked by magic 1, so Hyper really needed to go get that one from Goron City.
Mm-hmm.
Also, since we found that wallet behind fire, that Goron tunic in Forest is also potentially Path. Because we still haven't seen the other one.
Yeah.
We know Longshot is.
What's Furachinic requirements for fire? It's everything past the elevator and Volve.
And Volve, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, there's fire for Machine. We'll see if he decides to pop back in, but I am guessing, just like everyone else, probably bails out of fire to go pick up storms.
That is not the ball that we were looking for.
Yep. Hyper's going after that big chest here in Valley. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, magic 2. Yeah.
There's lights. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be very happy about that lights location, especially with the Valley duel. Oh no, Hyper.
Oh no.
Oh no, Hyper.
No.
Oh no. Yep, that's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Understandable.
Oh. Gotta go back a little farther than that if you're gonna long shot that.
Which
Just one
is
of those
funny
weird
that
things
he's
about angles.
Yeah.
Ladders
funny
don't
that
like
he's
them.
going back for BGS now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna jump down there anyway.
Alright.
Angry Australian noises. So, Cola finishing up this. I would assume Cola's gonna go do Fortress and Valley Hammer Rocks here, right?
Yeah. I think Cola still has time of day for. I don't think it changed tonight, did it? It's close.
Hyper's got to be very close to 20 skulls.
Yeah, if it doesn't have it already. Okay. This is Epona's.
Oh, Big
No,
Poe.
Big Poe. Fog.
Happy 2 hours. Thanks, Purple Bomber. Well, thanks for joining us today, everyone. Please give our runners a follow. Cola, Hyper, Machi, and Marco. You can see their links in chat. Our amazing trackers today, Alley-Oops, Mr. Moxie, and Golden Devil, who is also restreaming for us. So definitely thank you to all of you. And New IT Guy. Thanks for being on comms with me today.
Of course. I'll almost thrown the boomerang wrong in well or something.
So the nice thing is, it's so close to night. Cola is probably planning to get those skulls in Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Which conveniently are right by the light arrows. Don't miss.
Hyper getting troll hold by Wolf. But that is a dead dragon.
Oh, horse dropping? Are we horse dropping? No, Cola. So much hope. So it's basically a waste of time, but you can get Epona to just kind of gently fall off that ledge there. It is fully legal. 16. Okay. Well, 16, you can do that in water. What's new to Ooter these days? Like features or the settings, Gav?
We're seeing some rooms in bottom of the well here. This is interesting.
Yeah, fish sanity actually very funny.
Settings. So for season 8, we have a vanilla bridge condition. So our hints have changed to where we see usually an Evil's Bane hint for light arrows, and priority to our Shadow and Spirit medallions. And then after that's the boss key, which is the rest of the medallions, and then Path of the Hero for whatever wasn't required for any of the medallion dungeons. So I think that can only be a bow, a strength, and a magic, leading to one of those 2 items. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the big change for this season. Vanilla Bridge. We have blue fire arrows in this year.
Oh yeah, BFA. That's true.
Alright. Here's Mirror Shield for Mishi.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna be pretty good shape with that. Hyper entering into bottom of the well, so we'll get those irons. And Cola and Marco just gonna do water here. Cola at least gonna pick up this skull, it looks like. Oh, no. Oh, Cola doesn't have mirror yet. That's right. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, it is.
This is where Cola's gonna, like, bleed time. That's true, we are still looking for Rudos. Yeah, all we know from the hints is that Baronade requires Boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's like, okay, we already knew that. Oh, that's right. Deep fire is still an option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate that the Rang was hinted.
Right.
Big chest here. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's nice. No hunting for that.
That makes IGC worse. For Marco, at least. Because he's going to need to find those light arrows before he can get in there.
Yeah, that is all of Ganon's castle available.
Yeah, it went from 50% of the checks to 100% with one item.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not frustrated looking for it anywhere else. Marco at least will have access to Ganon's.
Mm-hmm.
Mashi pretty close here. We'll be able to beat Water and Spirit now.
central bow target is dead. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Pronounced it kind of funny earlier.
I could see that.
What, calling it water boulder maze? Or block maze?
No. Marco bailing on Dark Link.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But raising the water level to do Morpha.
Mm-hmm.
You just pop back in. Pola not grabbing the skull in here. Yeah. Hyper's focused on doing water now.
And just as we expected. Oh, no.
Marco is doing Dark Link Loop, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Machi opting to go beat Spirit first, so saving us from quadruple water. Alright, how many skulls is Cola at? 17. And there's a big chest in here.
Is this just weirdos? Okay.
Amazing. So we have now seen 2 slingshots. One on Shoot the Sun and one there.
And both are long shot locked. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah. As Fox is pointing out, that is slingshot locked. Oh yeah, Marco doesn't have the lights. Which, I mean, I imagine Marco goes and does Valley and Fortress after this.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming it's not just, you know...
What is a small key on dragon chests?
Nice grab and kill from Cola. Just shoot the switch. Alright. Oh, Marco. Getting bullied by the spiky boys there.
Yeah. And stealing is such an ugly word. It's more like borrowing and never returning back to doing it the other way.
Can you steal something that is not like
Tangible.
high? Yeah, like
Technically.
obviously you can steal ideas and things, but it's not like this is something that Hyper would lose.
Right.
No one loses anything. Someone just gains something. Because that's the beauty of knowledge sharing.
Technically it'd be a loss if Al went and patented it afterwards under his own name. Call it the Alka-Peak or something, and say I'm the only one who can use this now.
This is the King Samson peak that Hyper is doing. Yeah, exactly. It's not trade secret.
Well, it should be.
Especially since I don't think Hyper was the first one to do that peak.
Oh,
hey.
Look. There's this black scale. That's kind of funny.
Well, you were never getting that scale.
No.
Of 4 irons.
9. And this is when Marco
realizes.
Oh no, he's doing.
He can do one check here, but.
Can you imagine if it's just outside of Jabu?
That is a good scale for Jabu. Even if you have to play Minuet instead of Serenade. I don't know. Our spawn is right outside of Kokiri Forest, so it's not the end of the world without it.
I'm having some trouble grabbing Morpho's and Nucleus.
Yeah, Morpho's a pretty big troll this way. Hitbox always has to go in quotation marks, Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Hitboxes are a suggestion.
Incorrect. Link's hitbox apparently is not a suggestion.
Only his feet. Cola at 18 skulls.
He's getting closer.
I mean, at least it's on his mind. That's the biggest thing. If you're not thinking about 20 skulls, it's not happening. Yeah, Hyper, little on the clock.
Okay, this makes sense. Hammerlock's storms, so checking storm stuff. And whack.
Yeah, those lights could really hurt Marco here.
Okay, so this is KF storms. I would assume.
This should be another skull for Cola here. Yeeting the pig is my favorite thing in Wind Waker Rando.
Oh no! No! Not like this, not like this! That is incredible! They're both bows.
Huh. Zelda was a bow, yeah.
Boulder of Destiny was a bow, and then both DMT and KF Storms were both bows.
Yeah.
So locked very far behind that other bow.
Is it?
I believe so.
I guess it just depends on if there's another slingshot out there.
True.
Alright, there is Mirror Shield for Cola, who is, let's see, ahead of Hyper, gonna be slightly behind Machi just because of the difference in time Twinrova takes versus Morpha. And I don't know when Marco's gonna find those lights. He seemed to be in kind of the strongest position for a while there, but I don't know when you think of Valley Hammer rocks.
Right. Yeah, both our slingshots are long shot locked. And long shot's bow locked. So, yep. Another Storm's lock check. I think Marco's safe scumming and age change there by resetting.
Yeah. I think he's looking at, I'm not sure what kind of tracker he uses, if it's Soli's or another kind of like list tracker. But
it's
seems to be looking at something like, what did I miss? What did I miss? And we're going deep fire.
Right.
Which can have Rudos.
Right. It can.
And yeah, Machi's gonna save a lot of time not doing the rest of water. Yeah, if Rudos is in fire, that's really good. But we will see Ganon's here shortly because Machi has everything required for it. Oh no! Machi skipping the rest of water. Did he pick up golds? Did Machi pick up gold? Yeah, that Furores is unfortunate because that's... You feel a little better because you know that you were hammerlocked from even getting in that room, but still you're like, this was so close. I started with Bolero. One key, I could have had this the whole time.
Right.
Oh, that could be bad for Machi.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of item tracker Marco's running. I know the tracker he's got is not an item tracker, though.
Yeah, so Soli's in particular, it's a list tracker, but there is a what you see on his screen component to it as well that updates as you enter the info. Yeah, Elka. And if it is in light trial, I think Cola's probably in the best position here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know when Machi goes back to water. And if Letter is just in fire, obviously Marco and Hyper going to really benefit from that.
Here's my guess. If we see a finish in 15 minutes, I'm going to guess it's in IGC if we don't see it before then.
A gold scale. I mean, if it's in light trial, Cola will be done in 15 minutes.
Oh.
And it's in fire.
It's map chest.
Disgusting. So that puts...
Oh,
I don't even know. Hyper?
It puts Hyper in the lead. Oh, no. Marco is...
Hyper...
Marco's using FW.
Yeah, because Hyper still needs to go find Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Marco needs to go find
light arrows. Maybe Marco thinks it's now behind ice.
Seems to be going ice, yeah. I don't hate this, knowing that Letter was available, like, before.
Yep.
And knowing that Serenade is in there, which is ultimately a beneficial song at this point.
It makes sense.
Yep, it was AD for Iron Boots in the well, and it was very required Iron Boots in the well, because our first scale was on Light Arrow Cutscene, and our second scale is in Water Trial in Ganon's. Hyper has gone child to go do Jabu, is going through CAC, probably because he doesn't have a scale, first off, but hopefully turns in 20 here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, we have someone in go mode, and it's Hyper.
Yep. At 2:29:34, Hyper is officially in go mode. As crazy as that is.
Yep. Cola needs to decide to go back fire. That's not going to be a hard decision for him to make because he's already done everything else. And you're not going ice looking for letter.
Oh, look,
Marco,
it's another.
Marco needs to go do Valley Hammer Rocks. I don't see him thinking of that anytime soon.
Nope, and will not be able to get the hint. Hey, there's another slingshot.
Okay, so we have a path slingshot. And it was on Shoot the Sun.
What did this?
You need a slingshot to beat Deku to go into bottom of the well for irons for the slingshot in water.
Oh, right. Yep.
And then the slingshot in Ganon's.
That's dumb.
We have like a path everything in this, basically. Except strength. I don't think we have a path strength.
No, because two of them were just kind of.
The bomb bag is also path, I think.
Let's see, can you get both strengths without a bomb bag?
No, because one is
right,
in
because one's
Deku.
next to the K sword, which is bomb locked.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.
Alright. So, Mishi going fire, gonna be behind Hyper, but has finished Spirit already. I think Hyper still has the edge, but Mishi has a scale, and Minuet at least, so we'll save some time there. But I still think Hyper probably finishes first on Restream here. Now lights are in Gerudo Valley in the Hammer Rock chest. Alright, and yep, unsurprisingly, Cola headed back into fire because this is basically all he has left. But yeah, this is just exactly what Rando does sometimes. And here's the Furor's Winds that would have been very nice for Cola to set in Ganon's. As he was just there.
Cola climbed, right?
What?
Cola climbed in Ganon's, right?
I would assume at least up to the chest up there.
Right.
The boss key chest.
I was not aware you could spawn kill that, but that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it could even be in Jabu. I don't think anyone's opening those chests because, you know, they're all gonna be in Go, but...
There's only one bottle left. If not, we've seen all the bottles.
Yeah.
Because
I can only remember the fairy bottle and Rudo's. So
there's one in IGC. There's one on left hand of Colossus, and there's one in bottom of the well, and then Rudo's is in fire. So we've seen them all.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, doing Jabu at least gives him some time to think about what he might have missed. He should not do any checks in Jabu. He should know not to do them.
So he wouldn't know that because Rudo's is locked by the hammer.
The fact that we have a Baronade hint at all tells you your lights will not be in Jabu. Yep.
That is true. Because then it'd be Jabu to Evil's Bane.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yep. So go for Machine. Cola's gonna pick up this letter as well. Gonna get bullied by the firewall a bit. And yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I still think Hyper has the time edge here. Even with having to do Twin Rova. But it's gonna be I think pretty close between Machine and Hyper. Unless Marco I think Marco's too far behind. No, Serenade was in ice. Yeah, Cola has been putting on a great show of execution today. You know, Cola, Machine, and Marco have all been in the same place several times throughout the seed, and you can just see, like, how fast Cola is. And even in Forest, you know, Marco got in there after Machine, but finished before him. We just have some of these players who have been playing for so long and are so good that they're just super fast.
And there it is.
All right.
238.50.
GG's Floosh. Yeah, Floosh, very good runner. Has been in the main tournament several years in a row now. Also just a nice guy. Very funny.
Very good RSL player, if I remember right.
Yes. Yeah, he's just kind of good at the game. Plays a lot of the different settings options. And really, for being an AD scene, that's a very good time. Yeah, that's kind of, you know, like Purple was saying, execution pays out big in jet seeds, but it also pays out really well in seeds where you kind of have to do everything. But I also think this is kind of the perfect example of if you choose to go into fire earlier and you commit to fire and leave after the letter the first time. Yeah, Flusha's a pretty thorough player. Alright, so Machi is getting to the first tentacle here as Hyper begins the climb up. Does not have boss key yet. I think it was in the near Armos chest, so we'll have to pick that before continuing. All right. Finishing in second place, Icola, 241.53. GG's. Yeah, I'm guessing this kind of first wave of finishers are the ones who did exactly that. They were a little suspicious of fire. Yeah. Yeah. Take Marco's route, but if he had opted to... It would have been slow, but if he had reversed so he could do Fortress and Valley Hammer Rocks on the way to water, I think that would have made all the difference for him. But then he would have had Ganons available, and I think he would have done what Cola did anyway.
I agree with that also.
But yeah, Machi's at Big Octo, and Hyper is just melting the face.
They'll be close. I think Hyper, though, has a little bit more of an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Hyper does not have to age change.
Yep.
Hyper has already picked up Prelude, which Machi will have to. But Rova can be a pain sometimes, so it'll just depend on what she decides to do.
Yeah.
Because if there is anything Baronade is not, it's a troll most of the time.
Right.
Because
And all
if
it
you
takes
were...
is missing a boomerang throw for it to go from bad to really bad.
Yeah, exactly.
And then missing the one cycle on Rova, you're kind of at the mercy of whatever Rova throws at you at that point.
But, oh, there we go. And... Okay. Here's the other thing that we didn't talk about. Machi has been to Ganon's and started the climb. So I think Machi will actually be our first restream finisher.
Yeah.
But the age change?
Slashy, dead.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, Machi doesn't have Prelude to get back there, has to walk across the entirety of field here. Hyper having Prelude, I think that'll be enough, but Machi having started the climb, this is going to be really close.
Okay. This is how I would expect someone to go to Gerudo Valley.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. I think Hyper probably ekes this out. I don't know how solid Machi is on one cycling Dwarf. Yeah, Marco is not far behind. Cola and Marco definitely are going to be super close together.
I would assume that Machi will be okay storing a BGS jump slash.
That's true. They have BGS.
And it's only five stabbies out of 10. Hyper making mincemeat of the Lizalfos.
But yeah, this is gonna be really close between all four of them.
Marco really not thrilled there with those light arrow placement, but
yeah, understandable.
On his way to Ganon fight.
I think Marco's the only one who doesn't have it, right?
Yes.
Or did Machi not pick it up?
Nope, she has it.
Yeah.
%, has it.
Yep. Has it equipped there. Yeah. I think the best part about this scene, it was very trolly. Basically, every item had a path copy, which you hate to see. But the fact that GTG was hinted foolish is great.
Right.
Except for the dual valley hint discouraging you from going to valley.
To valley for any reason whatsoever. Unless you're just like, you know what? I could use a BGS right now. I want a big sword. Give me a big sword. A 1, 2, 3, 4, and dead.
Yeah, Hyper picked up a scale. It was just, you know.
Scale was on lax.
Yeah, he had to go to Temple of Time. No, you're not golden. Watching 4 runners is a crazy task that we undertake. Yeah, this is really nice and close. Cola and Marco here, they're gonna finish. Oh no, Cola! Fairy! I was gonna point out that they're like in the same room. And that was a comms curse if I ever heard one. Alright, Hyper just finishing up phase 1 of Ganon as Machi enters.
And Marco and Cola entering the first part of the Ganon fight.
Yeah, this is a great race. The leads have changed so often.
Yep, there's a very good possibility that 3rd through 6th will just be restream. But GG's in chat to Hyper. Gonna finish here with the time of 2:53 something.
Alright, GG's Hyper.
2:52:59.
Oh yeah, because he started early.
Right.
Sub 2, or sub 3, all of our runners will sub 3, that's great. Marco and Cola entering the Ganon fight almost at the same time. Machi having a little trouble landing some hits here, but will still hopefully take the next place, but we will see.
Zelda superheating the pig. And now we're going to get some bacon.
GG's
And
Machi.
GG's to Machi, 4th place. 2:53:57. So
Nice. Little under a minute difference there.
58 seconds behind.
Meanwhile, Marco and Cola duking it out here. One missed hit, one missed swipe at the end segment.
And understandably, we will not be getting an interview with Machi as it's 2 a.m. there. But welcome in, Hyper GG's.
Hyper is sick and not hopping into VC. Yeah.
No, it's actually behind Deku Tree. You missed it twice.
And GG's Marco finishing 5th place, 255.20, and Cola's 6th place, 255.32.
Mm-hmm.
Not very often we get all 4 restreamed runners in a row like that, so that's very exciting. All right, Cola will be joining us for an interview shortly. Marco, probably not, but we will see.
It is kind of late over there. It's about, I think, midnight, 1 a.m. somewhere.
Yeah, Europe is going to be
Plus
somewhere
6.
between 2 and 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hyper skipping that Deku hint was unfortunate. We're like, the magic. But you pulled it off. GG's.
Yo, GG's.
Hey, Cola, welcome in. Any thoughts you want to share on that seed?
I just want a seed for once that I don't do everything, dude.
Yeah.
I miss those seeds, but they don't happen for me.
Well, this was kind of a do everything for everyone, if that helps.
Yeah, that does help, right? But, you know, I want to be done like in 2.5 hours maybe, or 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time I start a seed, it's gonna take 3 hours now.
Yeah, this seed in particular, it was kind of like, oh, how did Flush and Icola, for example, save time on this next group of finishers?
I mean, there was some things in the early game that went wrong for me, like the bomb bag in Lost Woods. So
Yeah.
I can get it, right?
You skipped pretty much all of Lost Woods. What was your thinking there?
Oh, I can't full clear it, so why bother?
Yeah.
That was basically it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, oh, you'd rather
And
go
then
back when you have
on
a
this
bomb
path,
bag.
I hadn't done Lon yet, so you know, I'm expecting to find possibly a scale or bomb bag to the hook shot that I already saw in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
No, didn't work out that way, but yeah, it could have.
It could have. And you got warp songs in this seed.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not Prelude or a Serenade, you know.
But
That
no
would have been
Serenade or
nice.
Prelude.
That's another thing. If you get the Reader's Letter a bit earlier from the Fire Temple, I don't know how you would, but in theory, if you get it earlier, you get Prelude, so you don't have to waste a bunch of time going back and forth with Old.
Yeah, I was wondering about that one. It was a thought that maybe Flush and Icola, for example, had been suspicious of fire for some reason and decided to just go in.
I'm not really sure how you would suspicious of fire though, because there's not really anything hinting towards it at all.
I am
I
always
guess
the
there's
fire.
Forest Morpha and there's the Grunt Tunic there, but
Yeah. But the Goron tunic's required for Volve anyway.
yeah.
So how are you feeling? I think we've talked about this already on a previous weekly, but how are you feeling about the settings? Are you excited for the season to kick up?
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get bodied in the quals.
And how are you feeling about the race time point reset?
I like that it happened.
You like that it happened?
It was well overdue.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I think it's way more indicative of things right now, so
right.
that's good at least.
Yeah, yeah. Nice fresh start, see some newer faces, maybe get a few extra points.
I'm not sure if that will hold true if quals happen, because somebody is gonna join one qual, do really well, and then just sit
And then
at
never
the top
play
of
again.
the leaderboards.
The temptation is so high to just make a burner account, right? Just for one qual.
Yeah, I mean, you're not allowed to, but...
I know you're not allowed to. No one do that. The race mods will come after you. Orion. But yeah, anything else? It was a weirdly, like, straightforward seed for how, like, quirky it decided to be.
Yeah,
like,
basically, once you decided to do all dungeons, it's pretty straightforward. You just need to do it, because there was a scaling in this castle, so there's no way around it, right?
Yep. Yeah, and the other one was on lax, so there was just...
Yeah.
I had a good chuckle at that. So you went to do Child Goron City, but ended up not doing the maze? Was that just because you didn't want to go up? Or...
Oh yeah, I feel like it's kind of bad to go up, do the 2 checks, not be able to peek the 3rd one, and then...
Sure.
I don't know, it's awkward.
Yeah.
I'd rather just wait until I'm there as an adult, you know?
That's fair. Because we were, like, you know, watching the early game, as you said, skipping Lost Woods, you knew that that was hurting you, but I was like, oh, but now he's gonna get the magic, and go pick up Kokiri's sword, and get strength 2 in this child segment, and then you didn't do that, and I was like, no, Cola! Go get the Kokiri sword! And yeah, Hyper's asking in chat, Sling was Path, and it's like, yeah, everything had a Path copy. There was a Path bow, there was a Path slingshot, a Path bomb bag. No Path strengths. But everything else.
The other 2 bows were in the Storm's Grottos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
So
didn't check
very
those.
very hard locked behind the rest of the seed.
Yep.
I just didn't end up checking those. I had a couple checks in Overworld, or I'd go up fire, so I just decided, well, nobody's finished, I'm going up fire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else did you have left at that point? Like,
just a couple
just the storms?
grottos, Tektite, the target in the woods, obviously.
Yeah.
Tried fishing because I didn't have the rupees when I was there.
Oh, yeah.
And those.
Yeah, I saw you drop a bomb, and I'm like, oh, you're at like 6. I don't think you're getting there.
And those bushes did not want to give me any rupees, so I just went past it and said, yeah, nah.
Yeah. I feel like grass is actually the ultimate troll of this game, because it will always give you what you don't need. You want some hearts? Have some hearts. Oh, you have full bombs? Have some bombs. Need money? No. Full wallet? Absolutely, I'll drop money. Well, I don't have any other questions. Was just wondering about those couple routing decisions. IT guy?
No
Do you have
notes.
any?
All right, then sounds like we're just about done. GG's Cola, as well as the other runners, thanks for coming on Restream and doing the interview. Thanks to our two commentators, New IT Guy and Milkweed, as well as our other two trackers along with me, Mr. Moxie and Alley Oops. We'll be back tomorrow on one of the ZSR channels with the Sunday Weekly at 2 p.m. Eastern, and there are way too many races of other things this weekend as well. But for now, we're going to go right over to Mirai, who's doing some restreaming of the Z2R tournament that's going on. So thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good night.